Big shout out to the Big Ten for scheduling us the last volleyball game of the regular season at 8 o'clock at night. And of course, we're sitting in Minneapolis when a snowstorm can't get out. So that was a lot of fun last night. But anyway, we played the last regular season volleyball match. So I guess it's another thing we can put on this year's deal. The other cool thing is, I remember when early in my coaching career here, we wouldn't play UNO just because of RPI, and same with Creighton, and we started playing Creighton, and when UNO opened Baxter Arena, we went up there and played. So here we got 3 schools now in the NCAA tournament. So I think this is huge for the state of Nebraska, huge for those 3 programs. All 3 Division I programs are in the NCAA tournament. So congrats to those guys. Nebraskans have a lot to be proud of. We are the volleyball state, and then you've got Wayne State, who's ranked number 1 still in Division II. And I know there's a bunch of other teams, NAIA, Kearney, that are all doing really well. So anyway, it's just I'm very proud of the volleyball in the state. I hope Coach Pettit is too, and all the people, all the high school coaches. I got a text from John Peterson yesterday. He used to be at Columbus, SCOTUS High School, and won 9 state championships or something. So it's just really cool. There's a bond here in the volleyball world, and here we are in little old Nebraska and doing some great things.
What does that say about the job that Matt has done at Omaha? They started, 0-9, and now they're in the tournament?
Well, he's scheduled really tough, but, really, their conference to me makes no sense. The conference means nothing. You just have to win the tournament. So it all comes down to, can you win? I don't know, they play 2 or 3 matches to win the tournament. So I know they've been really close. I can't remember, it was last year before, they lost 15-13 in the 5th. So it's awesome, and I've been, whenever I speak, I brag about volleyball in this state, and and there's going to be a day where all 3 Division I teams would make the tournament, and you're going to have a lot of states there's nobody representing, and so it's, I don't know, it's just really cool. What else?
What are the strengths of your team that should serve you well, how you play, or your mindset that should make you a good NCAA tournament team?
Well, I was glad to hear when they said we've had the most top 25 wins. Is that what they said in the show? So I had no idea of that. I was hoping, Nate didn't ever told me. So, so obviously we played a tough schedule. We played in big matches. We played in sold-out arenas. So I just think our players now, I think they thrive under these matches, and they're used to it, especially our younger players. And so we've been battle tested. We know what it's going to take. We know how to win. We can win a lot of different ways, which we've had to do this year. And we can win with a lot of different players getting hot, and or just having a really great balanced attack. And our one staple is always defense, and I'm glad to see we were 2nd or 3rd in the nation and still in defense. That's saying something for some of the teams we're playing.
What do you think of your draw?
I haven't, I look at that stuff. I get all confused on seeding and whatever. I think the committee, just as a snapshot picture, again, I'm in there with the girls. They're doing Secret Santa, and they got a lot of stuff going on, so it's hard to focus. But it looked to me like they did a really, really good job, and they're right. There's going to be some great first-round matches, some great second-round. I mean, this is going to be a wild tournament. There's so many good teams now, and just when you see them all up there now, it's like, wow. You can't really. It's going to be really hard to predict. The sheets. Like the NCAA basketball. I just think volleyball's in a great place, and there's a lot of great teams, and there's going to be a lot of great matchups right away.
You haven't hosted regionals since 2016. How important, how big is that to get those rounds here?
Well, we just played 3 road matches in 6 days. And to have to go back on the road again would be, it's tough. Here's the other thing: when you travel, okay, so tomorrow, all the director of ops and people are going to be trying to get flights. They're going to be trying to get the hotels will already be set by our people for the teams coming here. But you just spend all this time and energy just trying to get there. Then you got to figure out practice times, and if you got the whole travel day, there's a lot going on in a short window. Like in the Big Ten, we have everything mapped out in the summer, where we're going, where we're staying, the flights and everything, and so that eliminates that. We sleep in our own beds, and our fans get to see this team, and I think they've been a huge factor for this group.
Kentucky, Arkansas, and Florida are all in the region too. There's a lot of SEC flavor. I mean, is that a testament to what that league has grown into?
Well, they got 8 teams in, so I guess they're doing something right. I'm curious. I'd be curious to ask. And by the way, you guys know Marquita's on the committee. I'd ask her, why did they have all the SEC teams kind of in one bracket and they got Big Ten teams in another bracket? So I'm curious how that worked out. But all I know is we got a match Friday night, and we'll start there. So I don't get too far ahead. And it's a 3-week tournament. It goes by really fast. And one of the things I complimented our players on before I came in here was, we winning the Big Ten's over 10 weeks. And, this is a really fast deal, 3 weeks. I mean, 3 weeks in the Big Ten, you feel like you're just kind of figuring things out, and it goes fast, and it's intense, and everybody's playing for their lives. So that's what makes it so exciting. But I think our players are, like I said, I think they're prepared through the battles we've been through.
John, a number 1 seed doesn't win you anything, but how important is it, or what does it mean for you guys to be the top seed in this 64?
I used to think it was a big deal. We've been it several times now. Sometimes I worry if it puts pressure on you, but now there's so many good teams, and they're struggling with who should be top 4 seeds and who should be in the top 16 seeds. You can tell that committee. They said here's 8 teams that were the last ones not to get in. I'm looking at all those teams like you could say they deserve to be in. So I just think it's so competitive, but the key is, can you get a top 4 seed so if you can advance, you get to be at home, and I think that's the biggest thing out of it.
Just going into Friday, any update on Lindsay Krause? I know she was kind of working her way back a little bit.
She's doing more and more every day, so we'll see. I think tomorrow we'll continue to ramp it up. We're pushing as hard. She's being pushed as hard as she can go, and still, not get too sore. So.
Questions for Coach?
John Merritt, how good has she been, in your opinion, just watching her develop over the course of the season, and then just kind of pave the way for you guys to be in the position you're in?
Well, she's, I've said this many, many times. She's just a special young woman who has got a lot of good things figured out, and she's just very well spoken. She's takes care of people, and I don't know. She just keeps everybody really grounded, and they all really, really respect her. And again, she's also really, really competitive. I mean, she was not happy after Wisconsin, and she came out and played a great match against Minnesota. So that was really good to see. And for this group, having those 2 as leaders has been huge. I mean, I give them a lot of credit.
From a volleyball perspective and technique-wise, did you have to change much with Merritt?
Well, we train her like we train our players, so a lot of it was different than Florida, and it's not that one's better than the other, but there was a lot of subtle changes.
Good.
Okay, guys, thanks.